The Brexiteers are at it again. So 62 of my colleagues, I think they're all Conservatives, there may be some Labour Brexiteers in this letter, have written to the Prime Minister explaining exactly what Brexit means from their point of view. And it's incredibly annoying, and it's already kicked off a row in the Tory party.
What are their demands, first of all?
Well, it's basically a hard Brexit. They're basically saying that we shouldn't have too close alignment with the EU after we leave.
No transition deal or something?
No transition deal. We should be free to strike free trade deals immediately after we leave and so on. I mean, all this is fantasy land, frankly, because the idea that we're going to strike any free trade deals in the next few years is rubbish, for a start. And secondly, any of these free trade deals are going to compensate for making it more difficult to trade with Ireland or France or Germany is also rubbish.
Sure, aren't you supposed to be flying the flag for your leader and saying this is a wonderful opportunity for us to rid ourselves of evil European bureaucracy and strike?
Well, my leader's a Remainer because she understands that being part of Europe is in our interest.
Is she still a Remainer?
Well, no, we're implementing. The point is, we're implementing the will of the British people, but this is the point.
38% of the British
people were asked, do you want to leave the EU? Yes, but they were never asked, what does leaving the EU mean? The 62 Brexiteers here have their own interpretation. And what they have, by sending out this letter, first of all, I've always said if the Prime Minister's ever brought down, it should be brought down by this lot. The hard Brexiteers will bring it down for not delivering the Brexit they have decided. So it's like a religious doctrine. They have decided this is what Brexit means. The British people haven't decided that because they were never asked, what does Brexit mean? I've got a view of what Brexit means, which is, you know, there's a new word going around, pragmateers. You've got the hard Brexiteers, you've got the Remainers, and you've got the pragmateers who want to deliver a Brexit that's not going to harm jobs and our economy, which is impossible, but will do the least harm to jobs and our economy. So what they've said is, if you don't deliver the Brexit we want, we'll bring you down or we won't support the government. Well, that to me says, therefore, that Brexit has to be decided by Parliament.
Yes.
These 62 people do not speak for Parliament. Parliament should have a say in what Brexit deal there is. I also think it's inappropriate, given the Prime Minister has this meeting on Thursday where she's going to try and align the Cabinet behind a solution.
Vision of Brexit.
Yeah, that she should be allowed to do that and say what it is before people start mouthing off about what they think should happen. So thanks for doing the letter, guys, because it's basically given us all freedom to express our views in Parliament and say what we want as
Nigel Farage's view that we should have a second referendum, or that he was open to the idea of a second referendum, essentially to shut the Remainers up?
Well, I mean, Nigel Farage came on the most important political programme in the country,
said,
the right stuff.
Only the very best here, Ed.
And this is where you hear this stuff. This is where you hear today, for example, from a minor backbencher that Parliament will decide what Brexit means. But Farage has called for a second referendum. And I've always said no to a second referendum because I understood a second referendum to be code for let's reverse Brexit.
Right,
but given, first of all, I think now Parliament has to take control of Brexit and decide what Brexit is going to be. And it may well be that Parliament having a vote on Brexit, if it doesn't go the way of the hard Brexiteers, they all say, well, let's have a referendum to see if the British people accept Parliament's version of Brexit. That might well evolve.
What would the question be, though?
Oh, my God. Another thing for another day, Janet.
And I think Janet's point is excellent, because I think I'm underlining that is the British people are pretty fed up with being asked. You know, they do elect us to do a job.
Well, they were asked the wrong question last time, so I don't give much for our chances next time.